It's time, my friends, for another Devo tip on the sacred conspiracy to grow the church through discipleship. This should be exciting. We've been talking a lot about conspiracy theories. And one of the conspiracy theories, I think, is what is spam? And perhaps we don't want to know what spam meat is from. And we certainly don't want to know what's in our spam folder. Spammers are always trying to scam us. But we know the difference between spam scams and the sacred conspiracy to grow the church through discipleship. Hey, wait a minute. Discipleship? I thought we were supposed to, like, conduct surveys, create focus groups, and provide more donuts to increase attendance. Well, let's rethink growth. For Paul, church growth is measured by Christ-like maturity. In Ephesians 4:15 and 16, he says this, "Speaking the truth in love, we are to grow up in every way into him who is the head, into Christ, from whom the whole body, joined and held together by every joint with which it is equipped, when each part is working properly, makes the body grow, so that it builds itself up in love." First, notice that Paul regards speaking the truth in love as crucial to church growth. And now I know it's common to hear people talk of my truth and your truth these days, but Jesus, he drops the mic when he says, "I am the truth," in John 14:6. By making himself this fixed point of reality, believers now live in the truth that is in Jesus. That's Ephesians 4:21. So, to speak the truth in love is to share God's truth out of love. Present the Bible in a warm, interactive environment that patiently allows people to discover and ask questions, and they will grow up in every way into Him by encountering the Lord of Scripture in Scripture. We'll know if our church is growing. We'll start sounding like Jesus. We'll think like Jesus. We'll even live like Him to some degree. Discipleship renews our mind so that we can put on the new self, created after the likeness of God in true righteousness and holiness. And secondly, note how church growth accelerates when each part is working properly, making the body grow so that it builds itself up in love. Spiritual gifts enable people to glorify God through their unique personalities. Develop gifts, and the church flourishes. This is true growth. And lastly, church growth is inevitable when we learn Christ. Ephesians 4:20. Learn Christ? What is that? Why doesn't Paul say learn about Christ? It's because Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life," in John 14:6. You see, the Christian life is not about living a life, it's about living the life. When Jesus fills you with peace, that is His life. When He floods your heart with love, that's Jesus' glorious life. It is nothing less than the risen life of Christ that we now live. Jesus came to be our life source, the source from which we now live. We can give Him our all because we're learning to receive His all. And that, my friends, is God's church growth strategy.